Happy Mother's Day to all out there, and especially, of course, to our mothers here on this Sunday, a beautiful day here at the ballpark. The Evansville Otters hoping to avoid getting swept by the Joliet Slammers after dropping the first two games of this series. A 1:05 p.m. Central Time first pitch here on the Evansville Digital Network. Greetings and salutations. Kyle Chandler joining you from Dooley Health and Care Field here in Joliet, Illinois, from just outside downtown Chicago. Again, it is picture perfect and a great day for baseball. 79 degrees, sunny skies, just a few scattered clouds out there, but really nothing serious. And Sergeant Sunshine is beaming his rays down on the playing surface here for this Sunday matchup. Evansville comes in overall 0-3, a tough start to the season, and we'll get to that in just a second. Joliet on the other end, they have had a great start to the season, 2-0, and right now atop of the Western Division in the Frontier League right now. And again, it's only 2 games in, but you have tuned into the last couple of games. It's not hard to be impressed by what they've been able to string together. The series opener of this game, they were able to take down the Otters by a final score of 10-3. And in that contest, that was really just capitalizing off Evansville's mistakes. They had 12 hits, but 6 of the runs that they scored were unearned. And after they put up 4 runs in the bottom of the second back in the series opener, well, they ran away with the game and never looked back. It was an insurmountable deficit for Evansville. And yesterday, the Otters jumped on the board first against the Slammers, scoring a run in the top half of the first inning, but then Joliet fired right back and punched Evansville in the mouth with a 2-spot in the bottom of the frame. They took the lead and again never trailed. They added one more run, which was the deciding run in this one on an error to lead off the frame in the bottom of the third inning. Matthew Workington reached on an E5. He was later brought in on a Tommy Stevenson fielder's choice RBI. And again, you think about the mistakes that this team has made, and it has really cost them early in the season. Evansville has given up 7 unearned runs on the year, and that is largely in part to the last couple of games where they've given up 5 errors defensively. So they will have some things to clean up in the field if they want to take down a tough Slammers roster here this afternoon. And Evansville had a chance yesterday to come back into the game. Again, it was 3-1 at the time, and in the top of the 8th inning, it was a Yomar Reyes 1-out single, and after an error from Joliet, their first of the year, Reyes was later brought in on an Austin Boast RBI single, but it was too little too late, and Evansville ended up stranding 10 runners on base. In 4 straight innings, they had leadoff base runners, and most of the time those guys were able to get into scoring position, and they just weren't able to capitalize with their chances. So we'll see if it's a different story as the Otters are again in search of their first 2024 regular season win. We'll go through the starting lineups first for the visiting Otters. They are led at the helm by manager Andy McCauley, and the starting 9 goes as followed. Patrick Lee bats first and plays center field. Riley Delgado, the shortstop, will bat second. And then it is the 3-hole hitter Mason House, the right fielder. Delgado will actually not be in the field today. He is the designated hitter, so the shortstop getting the day off in the field, but he is still batting second. Yomar Reyes, the third baseman, cleans up. David Mendham, the first baseman, bats fifth. Batting sixth, Austin Boast, the second baseman. Joe Burke will be out in the 7-hole. And actually, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. I had the wrong starting lineup, but we're going to take it to a quick national anthem break here on the Otters Digital Network. right, a nice job by the ladies singing the national anthem here today, and that gives us a chance to reset. So we'll go through the starting lineup one more time. Evansville 0-3, led at the helm by manager Andy McCauley. It'll be Patrick Lee, the center fielder, leading things off. Austin Bose, the second baseman, will bat second. David Mendham, the first baseman, bats third, and cleaning up is Yomar Reyes out at the hot corner. Jake Green doing the catching, he bats fifth. Riley Delgado, the designated hitter, will bat sixth. Brian Rosario out in right field, bats seventh. Batting eighth, Donovan Williams, the left fielder, and Nick Gonzalez, the shortstop, will bat ninth, as the Otters will go up against Andrew Dietz, who was 0-1 last year for the Empire State Grays. Saw action in 12 games, 2 starts, an 8.75 ERA, and 23 and a 2/3 innings of work. Flipping the book over, taking a look at Joliet, they are led by manager Mike Pinto. They are 2-0 after the win yesterday, and it'll be Liam MacArthur leading things off out in center field. Giovanni Garbella, the designated hitter, bats second. Matthew Workington out at first base, he bats third. Cleaning things up, Jonathan Sierra, the right fielder. Tommy Stevenson will be back behind the plate, and he bats fifth. Victor Nova, the second baseman, bats sixth. Brock Mortensen out in left field, batting seventh. Antonio Valdez out of the hot corner, and he will bat eighth. Filling out the starting nine, Jesse De La Cruz, the shortstop. The Slammers will go up against Tyler Roz, who's making his 2024 debut. 0-1 last year in 7 innings of work, rather 7 appearances, 10 and a 2/3 innings of work, a 5.91 ERA, and Roz is coming off a year with the Spokane Indians, which is a high A affiliate in the minor leagues, so he's got some good experience under his belt. We'll see how he uses it here today. The managers are meeting. We'll head to a 90-second break here on the Evansville Digital Network. When we come back, first pitch coming your way. Don't go anywhere. This is Otters baseball against Joliet here in the series finale on Mother's Day.
Time to get on your feet and get loud, taking the field. Here are your 2024 Joliet Slammers.
Happy Mother's Day to all moms out there, and greetings and salutations from Dooley Health and Care Field in Joliet, Illinois. The Evansville Otters and the Joliet Slammers ready to match wits and lock horns one final time here in this weekend series. The Sunday matinee coming your way here on the Evansville Digital Network. Kyle Chandler joining you here on the play-by-play and it should be a good one. Evansville has had a slow start to the season, but these two teams were neck and neck last year in their head-to-head battles. Joliet 2-0 after a hot start on opening day. They followed it up with a win yesterday, a 3-2 finish against Evansville, and the Otters 0-3, still in search of their first 2024 regular season win. Ballpark dimensions here at Dooley Health and Care Field: 348 down the left field line, 400 towards dead center, and 327 out towards the right field line. The Slammers rocking their orange tops, their white pants. They have the white lids with the orange brims, and Evansville in their blue jerseys with the gray pants, and they will be rocking their blue lids with the lighter colored blue on the brims as well. Calling the balls and strikes, Archer Flory Pareda. Keith Rogowski is the first base umpire, and Adam Morkin is our third base umpire. Andrew Dietz is ready to go. He finished his warm-up pitches. He will face Patrick Lee as the first batter of the ball game, and Lee has had a hot bat here in the two games that he's seen this year. Yesterday, he was 3 for 4, and he also picked up a base hit against Windy City as well on opening day. Dietz is ready. Here's his first pitch. It's a fastball that misses low and outside, and we're underway at 1:03 p.m. Dietz working quickly back to it, swing and a miss, and it's 1-1 now to Lee. Well, Evansville concluding their 4-game road series to begin the year. They will head back home tonight. Now the pitch. Fastball that tickles the inside black, and it's now 1-2. And they will play Gateway come Tuesday. That's the home opener. The 1-2 to Lee. He sends it foul towards the right side and out of play. We'll try it again.
That foul ball brought to you by Brown & Brown Insurance.
So make sure to stop up at historic Bosse Field for that Tuesday matchup. The next pitch swung on, lined into right center. That'll get down for a leadoff base hit. Nice piece of hitting there from Lee. He was down in the count, 1-2. Fought off a bad pitch and then was able to send one to the opposite field as today's first base runner. And now it's Austin Boast coming to the plate. No score between Evansville and Joliet. You think back to yesterday's game and you can't help but feel that Evansville had a chance. Multiple chances at that. First pitch to Boast, and it misses off the inside corner. So many times yesterday we said they had runners in scoring position, and for Evansville it just couldn't come to fruition for them. Nothing happened with the run totals. Now the next pitch, and Boast pops it foul back behind the plate. Runner on first, nobody out. Boast 1 for 8 in the series. He had an RBI in yesterday's game, picked up his first knock of the season. Also a strikeout and a hit by pitch against Joliet. Now the 1-1 from Dietz. Runner goes, and it's swung on, popped foul again. So Lee will have to head back to first base. 1-2 now to the second baseman. And more errors yesterday did not help Evansville. Only one unearned run came across to score, so that's better than the 6 that came across for Joliet in the series opener. But when you lose by 1, that error is magnified. Throw to first, back in safely as Lee. And so now Evansville, after playing a clean game defensively against Windy City on opening day, has surrendered 5 errors in the last 2 games. The 1-2 pitch home. Another checkup at first beforehand, and again Lee in with a head first slide. So now Dietz is out of disengagements. Lee had 3 stolen bags yesterday. Also had 1 against Windy City. Dietz delivers. Breaking ball misses away. Last year, Joliet won 5 of the 9 contests against Evansville. But this year, These two teams will battle a total of 12 times. The 2-2 coming. Fastball away, back pick to first, and the throw is a little bit high. Lee would have been back anyways. So now it's full. One on, nobody out. And Boast battling at the plate. The right-hander from the stretch deals the next pitch, and it's sent foul towards the right side back behind the screen. 6 of the contests last year were played on the road for Evansville, meaning that 6 were here at Dooley Health and Care Field against Joliet. And this year, with the 12 games, they will be mixed. The next pitch, swung on, hammered, out towards deep center field. Backing up is MacArthur. This is over his head, and it one hops the wall. Lee being waved around third. He's going to try to score. The throw to the plate, and it's in time. De La Cruz, the shortstop, threw a bullet to the plate, and Stevenson, the catcher, applied the tag. McCauley is coming home to have a word with Flory Pareda, and he did not like the call, but the throw certainly beat him. And if anything, you got to blame Lee a little bit there, because it seemed like he was jogging around third base. Bare minimum, he did not read that ball well. Rounding second, he kind of paused to make sure that MacArthur was not going to catch it, and it cost Evansville. So now it is David Mendham. It is a double for Boast as he stands on second with one down. No score between Joliet and Evansville, but another missed opportunity for the Otters, and we've seen that time and time again here early in the season. Mendham fouls the first pitch towards the left side and out of play, 0-1. But give credit to Boast, because he just crushed that one over the center fielder, and he battled in a 3-2 count. So he's in scoring position now. The pitch, swing and a miss, 0-2. Mendham has hit safely in 2 games this series. He did not play against Windy City. 3 for 6 against the Slammers with an RBI, a double, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Mark it down as an 8-6-2 putout on Lee as the first out here this inning. Now the 0-2 to Mendham. And it misses high. Looked to be a breaking ball. And it's 1-2. Dietz pitched for the Empire State Grays last year. That, of course, is a team no longer in the Frontier League. The 1-2 home. Ground ball hit out towards the right side, taken by the first baseman Workington, and he will flip it to his pitcher Dietz, who comes over to cover the bag. There's 2 down.
Now batting third baseman number 28.
So now it's Yomar Reyes. It was a productive out for Mendham as he was able to move Boast over to third, so he's just 90 feet from scoring. And you might think with 2 outs that doesn't mean much. But if there's a pass ball, then that can bring home a run. No score between Evansville and Joliet. First pitch misses outside to Reyes. It's 1-0. And so Stevenson, the catcher, will have to be a brick wall back there. Last year for the Grays, Dietz saw 12 appearances on the mound. He fires the next pitch home, and it's tapped back towards the on-deck circle of Evansville. 2 games in the starting role, but most of his appearances were out of the bullpen, and that was a change for the right-hander, because throughout his career pitching-wise, he has been mostly a starter. The 1-1 pitch, swung on, rocketed into left field. That'll get down for a base hit, and will score Austin Boast. 1-0 Evansville as they strike first here in the top of the first inning.
Now batting catcher number 10, Jake Green.
So Reyes extends his hit streak to 4 games now after that RBI knock. And now it will be Jake Green coming to the plate. Two down, a runner on first, top of the first. 1-0 Otters. The pitch to Green, off the inside corner, and he has to dance out of the way of that pitch. Almost got him in the rear end. Well, that is a great sign for Reyes. He came into the series 3 for 8. All of his hits have been singles, but they've been hit hard. A throw over to first, he's in safely. But not just for Reyes, for the entire Otters team, because those are the opportunities that they had yesterday where they could not capitalize. In yesterday's game, they left 10 men on base, and many of those guys were in scoring position. The 1-0 pitch from Dietz. First, another checkup on Reyes, and he's back in standing. Reyes isn't the kind of guy that's going to try and steal too many bags. Not exactly sure what Dietz is concerned about out there. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on, ripped out towards third, and it bounces off Valdez. The third baseman recovers, throws to first, not in time. That'll go down as an E5, and Reyes will be able to move up to second base. It was hit hard off the bat of Green, but it's probably one that you got to have. So an error keeps the inning alive. Here's Riley Delgado. 1-0 Otters. And Dietz fires home. Ground ball hit out towards short, taken by De La Cruz. Flips it on to second for the force. Nova there to make the catch, and the inning is over. Evansville gets one on the RBI single from Yomar Reyes, and they lead 1-0 with Joliet coming to bat.
Our favorite mascots, Spikes and J.L. Bird. Visit them at their location in Joliet on Rowell Avenue, on Main Street in Braidwood or in Peru, or visit them online at beavercreekgolfcarts.com. And at this time, please direct your attention to section 101 for a special delivery to our Mom of the Inning, sponsored by Moment in Time.
He never would have left home for LA with only his car to sleep in. If he listened to those who rejected him, he never would have sold that car to pay for his dream. And if he lacked the will to improve his craft, he never would have made a name for himself, lining up some of the biggest names in pro sports. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes it lion. Modelo, root for those who come fighting.
Leading off the Slammers center fielder, number 28, Liam MacArthur.
Tyler Ross out on the mound, and he will face Liam MacArthur here in the bottom of the first. His first pitch at the knees, a called strike, and it's 0-1. 1-0 Evansville over Joliet. The Otters got 1 run on 3 hits in the first inning. Now the pitch home. And it's a bouncing ball on the turf. Backpicked by the catcher Green, but still a ball, 1-1. Ross, 6'4", 200 on the mound. The right-hander deals. And it's sent foul back behind the screen, 1-2. Grew up in Middletown, New Jersey. And he last played with the Spokane Indians, the high A club in the Colorado Rockies organization. Now the 1-2 pitch. And it's a little tapper back towards the right side of the mound, nearing that first baseline, and Ross picks it up, flips it to first, 1 down.
Now batting designated hitter number
So a
7,
good time,
Giovanni Garbella.
rather good play getting off the mound, and it's a good start for Ross. Retires MacArthur on the 1-3 put out. Here's Giovanni Garbella, the designated hitter. 3 for 9 in the series, an RBI, a run, a double, 3 strikeouts, and a stolen base. First pitch, heads back for the screen as that one was way outside. Ross signed out of college with the Rockies after being selected in the 14th round of the draft. Next pitch down low, 2-0. That was in 2021. And he actually didn't sign his first time being drafted. Next pitch, swing and a miss. 2-1 now to Garbella, because he was originally drafted out of high school by the Chicago Cubs. Well, that was in the 33rd round, and Ross said, you know what, I'll just go to school instead. Next pitch swung on, smoked out towards center field, and ranging over is Patrick Lee towards the right center alley, and he's able to put it down after tracking it down. There's 2 outs here with the bases empty, and it's Matthew Workington. The speed of Patrick Lee is going to be an asset to this outfield all year long. Not only does he run well on the bases, but he is like a cheetah in the outfield. 1-0 Evansville. First pitch from Ross. Catches the top of the zone for a called strike to Workington, and it's 0-1. But Ross spent 3 years with the Rockies. The next pitch, right down Broadway, called strike 2. And last year, his numbers weren't horrendous, but they weren't really great either. Over a 5 ERA, and the Rockies wanted to part ways after the year. The next pitch is swung on by Workington, hit down the right field line. Backing up as the first baseman, Mendham, tries to make the over-the-shoulder catch, and it was just out of his reach. But needless to say that Ross is a guy that is more than capable out on the mound. Offers a 4-seam fastball, a cut fastball, as well as a slider and a changeup. 4 pitches in the arsenal. Spent his college days at Alabama in the SEC. He's ready now. Working from the windup, he's into the motion, twirls and deals. This ball's swung on and hit out towards very shallow right field. Taking a few steps back is Boast, and he puts it away. The second baseman retires the side, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Ross in his opening inning here in 2024. 1-0 Evansville leads Joliet. 1 in the books here from Dooley Health and Care Field.
Food and salads, all served up by your favorite Hooters girl. Hot wings, cold beer, and good times. Hooters, where wings always win. And now it's time for the chicken lunch. Standing in front of the dugout, we have Brittany holding the giant net. As they go, our Slammer's team will begin launching chickens. She must attempt to catch as many chickens as she can in the net. Are we ready? Here we go. Number 1 is on the way. Up, she's tracking. Oh, just off. Number 2 is up. Oh, so close. Oh, and misfire. We're going to go one more. Here we go. All right. We'll give you that one since it was a misfire. Hey, there we go. 1 out of 3. You know what they say, 1 out of 3 gets you in the Hall of Fame. Leading off the Evansville second, right fielder number 12, Brian Rosario.
Top of the second inning here from Dooley Health and Care Field on the Evansville Digital Network. And the first pitch from Andrew Dietz misses off the inside corner to Brian Rosario. 7, 8, 9 in the order for the Otters. The right-hander deals the next pitch, and it misses low. 2-0 now to the right fielder. Well, we've seen Rosario play left field. That's where he was on opening day. We saw him play center field in game 2. He was in left field again yesterday. Now he's in right field. He takes a 2-0 strike at the knees. And that is really important for a manager, having that versatility in the outfield. The 2-1 misses inside. 3-1 now. Rosario, a switch hitter, batting from the left side. And not every outfielder can play all positions out there, but Rosario certainly can. Watches the next one low, and it's a 5-pitch walk to begin the frame. He'll head down to first base, and now steps up Donovan Williams to the plate.
Number 24, Donovan Williams.
Williams was signed just a couple of days ago. He was signed because Mike Peabody and Patrick Lee in the opening day contest against Windy City crashed into each other as the final play of the game happened, and that was a bases clearing walk-off triple for the T-Bolts, and they were down on the field for a while. Peabody is still on the 7-day DL. First pitch, runner goes. It's a fastball low, and the throw to second, not even close. With the tandem of Patrick Lee and Brian Rosario, we will be seeing a lot of stolen bases this year. So now there's one on second, nobody out. 1-0 Evansville. The 1-0 to Williams. He goes after it, hammers it high, deep to left. You can forget about it. It's gone. No doubt about it. And Williams makes it 3-0 Evansville. Welcome to the Otters. He had a tough day in his first contest, going 0 for 4. Today, in his first at-bat, he goes yard.
Shortstop number 1, Nick Gonzalez.
So now it's Nick Gonzalez, the shortstop. Bases empty after the 2-run jack. And Dietz offers up. It's a breaking ball that misses down low and away. Well, the first time through the order, and the right-hander has thrown first pitch strikes to just 2 batters. That's an issue. He offers up, swing and a miss, and Gonzalez was behind on a fastball. 3-0 Evansville. They have 3 runs on 4 hits in search of their first win in the 2024 season. Next pitch to Gonzalez, misses outside. Evansville dropping their first 3 contests, uncharacteristic for the team that made it to the Frontier League Championship a season ago. Now the next offering is back to the screen on a pitch in the dirt, got by the catcher Stevenson. 3-1 to Gonzalez. "33 pitches already through just 1 inning of work. We're in the second, nobody out, and the next pitch misses low as it's another 5-pitch walk to Gonzalez. He'll head down to first base.
Now batting center fielder number 2, Patrick Lee.
So the lineup flips over. It's the leadoff man, Patrick Lee, and Stevenson, the catcher, calls time. Heads out toward the mound, as well as Victor Nova, the second baseman, moving towards the hill to have a word with Dietz. Nova ended up getting out of the way of that conversation. I can only imagine what Stevenson is staying up there right now. Still nobody out in the inning, a runner on first. And this has not been a good start for the right-hander Dietz. Well, with Empire State last year, he had an 8.75 ERA in his 12 appearances. But Dietz is a real interesting character. He was a two-way player back in college. He's ready now, fires it into Lee. And it's hit into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit on the soft line drive. Staying put at second is Gonzalez. And it is now 4 guys in a row for Evansville to reach base safely here to begin this top half of the second. So Lee wasting no time going after the first pitch in his second at-bat. He's now 2 for 2. A pair of singles to his card, and here's Austin Boast. And back in college for Dietz, again, he was a two-way player. He hit way better than he performed on the mound. He had an incredible hitting career at the Division II level. Boast squares the bunt, pulls back on a fastball high and inside, 1-0. Spent his college days at Chestnut Hill College. And in his final year in 2022, he hit over 420 at the plate. The 1-0 pitch. And it misses high. Well, he has not had any professional at-bats, but somebody better give this guy a chance. He actually broke the all-time hits record for the Griffins. And it came on the last at-bat of his career. He had a 3-hit day in his final collegiate game to break the record. The 2-0. Swung on, smoked towards the left side, foul.
That foul ball brought to you by Brown & Brown Insurance.
And that last hit that Dietz had came on a home run over the right field wall. That's a pretty way to go out with a bang. And again, he just hasn't seen any time at the plate. Only on the mound in his professional stint. The 2-1 pitch misses inside. 3-1 now to Boast. First and second, nobody out. 3-0 Evansville, and we're in the top of the second. Well, that bullpen is already getting hot for Joliet down by the right field side. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball on the inside half, and Boast was out in front. He began his professional career, Dietz did, with the Florence Yalls, but only saw a couple of games there, serving in 5 innings of work. That was in 2022, following his final 5th year in college. He steps off the mound, looks towards second, no throw. And then again, after parting ways with the Yalls, he went to the Grays last year. Pitched a full season for him. The next pitch, swung on, grounded deep in the hole at short. Sliding hand, backhanded stop by De La Cruz. Throws to first in time. What a beautiful play by the shortstop. He was moving towards the third base bag and was almost into the outfield.
Now batting first baseman number 34.
Backhanded the ball and got it out quickly and delivered a strike to Workington at first. However, it's a productive out for Boast. He moves both runners into scoring position now, second and third for Evansville. And it will be David Mendham at the plate. Mendham 0 for 1, grounded out to first in his first trip to the plate, but he has 3 hits here in the series. First pitch, outside on a fastball. And we are seeing some long at-bats being put together here by this Otters roster. They are being patient at the plate, and it's paying off early. Now the next offering, and Mendham pops it up foul towards the third base side. This will become a souvenir. It is a beautiful ballpark here at Dooley Health and Care Field. We said this on Joliet's opening day, but Bill Murray is in part ownership with this Joliet team, the actor. Mendham sends the next pitch foul again to the left side. 1-2 to him. Also, the Veck family, Mike Veck, Bill Veck, is the other side of this ownership here for the Slammers this year. Well, our good man back in Evansville, Matt Will, told me that Bill Murray actually used to be in part ownership with the Otters. Mendham takes a fastball inside, 2-2 now. And I'll revert back to my statement on Friday night. It just makes you wonder what a guy like Bill Murray is doing getting involved in the Frontier League. The 2-2, and it misses away. It's not like it's the minor leagues or the major leagues. There's not a lot of money to be invested here. But maybe it's different because Joliet is a little bit closer to Chicago, and that's obviously a huge port. Here's the payoff from Dietz. Line drive over the third baseman, Valdez. Fair ball. This one will head for the Otters bullpen, and we'll get both runners home as Mendham strolls into second base. It's a 2 RBI bagger. And just like that, it's 5-0.
Now batting third baseman number 28, Yomar Reyes.
So here comes Mike Pinto, and he's going to pull the plug on Dietz. He has seen enough as the starter went just 1 1/3, gave up 5 runs. More information on the reliever to come when we come back here on the Evansville Digital Network. The Otters on top 5-0 over the Slammers.
Attention fans, now coming the pitcher Joliet, number 39, Jake Armstrong.
Jake Armstrong on the bump in place of Andrew Dietz. We're in the top of the second, 5-0 Evansville. The first pitch, and it misses outside to Jomar Reyes. It's 1-0. Well, it was a short day for the starter. And Dietz went just 1 2/3, gave up 5 runs on 6 hits. And also walked a couple of guys, no strikeouts. The next pitch to Jomar, and he cuts and comes up empty. So Armstrong, the right-hander, 6'3", 225, grew up in Bloomington, Illinois. He offers up. And it's a strike called on the outside half, and it's now a 1-2 count to Reyes. Well, earlier in the inning, Evansville was able to get the first 4 guys to reach base safely, and moments ago, it was a 2 RBI double from David Mendham. And Mike Pinto had seen enough at that point. Next pitch high, 2-2 to Reyes. And it has been a different Otters team that we've seen here in the early stages of the series finale against Joliet than we've seen all season long. The 2-2, breaking ball, swing and a miss. So here's the 8th guy of the inning coming to the plate, Jake Green. He's 0 for 1, reached on an error his first trip to the plate. A runner on second, 2 down. And it's 5-0 Evansville. So a good start for Armstrong coming out of the bullpen and immediately picking up a strikeout. Armstrong has not pitched yet here in 2024. He fires one home to Green, who pops it up. And this is in shallow center. Coming in is MacArthur. He calls for it, makes the catch, and the inning is over. Evansville does some damage, though. They plate 4 here in the top of the second and lead Joliet 5-0. We'll take it to the bottom of the frame here on the Evansville Digital Network.
Sarah, Ellie, and Denise. We're going to have them have a walk around the chairs while the music plays. When the music stops, find a seat. All right, round 2, here we go. And congratulations to our winner, Denise. All right, fans, direct your attention to 107 for another special delivery for our Mama of the Inning, sponsored by Moment in Time. Leading off to Joliet second, right fielder number 17, Jonathan Sierra.
Middle third of the order due up for Joliet here in the bottom of the second. They trail Evansville 5-0. Tyler Ross fires the first pitch in. It's a called strike to Jonathan Sierra, and it's 0-1. Ross worked a 1-2-3 first inning. He threw just 11 pitches, 8 went for strikes. The next pitch swung on, lined into right field as it gets through the right side and rolls into the glove of Rosario. And it's a leadoff base hit for Sierra. His second hit of the season. Came into this game 1 for 9 in the series so far. But it's a leadoff base runner, and here's Tommy Stevenson. Well, the Otters were able to plate 4 runs in the top of the frame. It was a 2-run bomb from Donovan Williams, as well as a 2 RBI double from David Mendham. First pitch swinging, can't connect from Stevenson's bat. And the count 0-1. Stevenson has caught all 3 games in this series. Just been a bit surprising. Now the next pitch. Swung on, ground ball, back up the middle, Taylor made. And it's on to second from 1 from Gonzalez. Post throws it to first. 6-4-3, roll him up. And it's a twin killing. Sierra heads back towards the dugout, as well as Stevenson. Nice play by the shortstop as he was back behind the second base bag. When he got to the ball, actually had Stevenson played perfectly. A little bit shaded up the middle. And just like that, the leadoff base runner erased, 2 down, and it's Victor Nova. He sends the first pitch foul towards the third base side, giving chase is Reyes, but he can't get there, 0-1. 5-0 Evansville. And this has been a good start for the Otters. The next pitch to Nova, a bouncing fastball that heads back for the screen. It was well inside. And Nova had to get out of the way of that one. The count now 1-1. Nova is going to be a fun guy to watch this year. 4 for 7 in the series already. Takes a pitch down low. 2-1 now. came out on opening night and had a 3-for-4 day. Also picked up a knock yesterday. The pitch. He goes after it and gets it through the right side. A hard hit ground ball into right field. And it's the second hit of the inning for Joliet. A runner on first now, 2 outs, and it's Brock Mortensen. Otters on top, 5-0. We're in the bottom of the second. And Nova extends his hit streak to 3 games now. The former double-A'er getting it done once again. Mortensen was 0-for-4 last night. That was his first game of the season. But he did have 3 strikeouts. First pitch, swing and a miss. Well, that says a lot about the confidence that Mike Pinto has in Mortensen. Throwing him back out there after a day like yesterday. And he's saying, look, go get your redemption. We believe in you. The 0-1, fastball off the inside half. Well, that's got to feel good for Mortensen, too, because it would be real easy for a manager to just say, you know what? I didn't like what I saw. You're going to have a seat on the bench today, but quite the opposite from Pinto, and that has got to give you a confidence boost at the plate. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Good breaking ball from Ross. One on, 2 out. Bottom of the second, 5-0 Evansville. The Otters trying to salvage this 3-game series against Joliet. Dropped the first 2 games, now the pitch. Just off the outside corner. Thought that Flory Pareda was going to ring him up, but instead it's a 2-2 count and the deuces are wild. My goodness, that was close. Here it comes. Well, first we'll have a throw to the bag, and it was a close play over there. Mendham showing Rogowski, the first base umpire, the ball as if he was saying, I got him, trying to sell it, but Keith had all eyes all over it. Ross ready. He delivers. Breaking ball, popped foul back behind the plate. And that one almost lands in the press box. In my broadcasting career, albeit it's still very young, I've never had a ball come into the press box. Last year, while working with the legend Andy Bull Barch, he told me that he's had a few come his way. Now the 2-2. And it's tapped back to the screen foul. We'll try it again. I am blanking off the top of my head. A few years ago, there was a minor league broadcaster who caught a line drive in the booth on the fly, and the cameras got it, and he went viral for it. Now the pitch, swung on, line to the first baseman, Mendham, as he stretches to his right and makes an incredible play. Taking a base hit away there from Mortensen. Mendham ends the inning. One stranded for Joliet. They trail Evansville 5-0 through 2.
This is going to be raining dice from up above here. We have 2 purple dice and several white dice. We need to get them over to the well. We're going to see what the number is on the purple dice. If it comes up to 7, our contestant wins the big prize. Let's see that dice come running.
That's up. That's up.
All right, get them down there. Help them bring it down to behind the well there. Here come the purple dice. We need to get those down there. Let's see what the number is going to roll. And we have a winner. Congratulations. Hey fans, come on, Willow. Make sure to order Old Smoky Moonshine, the official moonshine of the Slammers. We're pouring the best mountain made shine around. Shine responsibly and order your favorite flavor from our concessions today. Ryan Law Offices is a national personal injury and medical malpractice trial law firm with their home base in Joliet. Since 2009, people have chosen Zaya Law Offices when they need a legal team to hit a home run on their case. Choose Zaya Law when winning matters. With millions recovered for our clients, Joliet Law Offices to fight for you. Leading off the Evansville third.
6, 7, 8 in the order for Evansville. We're in the top of the third. They lead Joliet 5-0. It's Riley Delgado, and he will face Jake Armstrong out on the mound for his second inning of relief. Armstrong had to come in early. In the last inning, Andrew Dietz was taken out of the game after allowing 4 runs in the second. And Delgado goes after the first pitch, lines it into left field, and he has a single. So a good start for Evansville here in the away third. And it's Brian Rosario coming to the plate. Rosario walked and scored his first time up, also stole a base. 5-0 Otters. The problem for Dietz, the starter, was he just couldn't get ahead early, and it cost him. First pitch to Rosario, he misses high. And give credit to the Evansville hitters because they capitalized, had good patience and plate discipline, and they made Dietz go into 5, 3-2, or 3-ball counts. Next pitch swinging, and a diving attempt by Workington, the first baseman. No play at second, so he'll step on the bag at first, but showing off the athleticism there. And the way the first basemen have been playing today, both Mendham and Workington, they have both been flashing the leather. So Delgado will move up to second on the ground out. And Rosario has a hit taken away from him. Here's Donovan Williams. He had a 2-run bomb his first trip up. And the first pitch to him. Breaking ball, swung on, hit out towards the right side. Ranging over and almost making the catch was Workington. And he probably should have had it. Was getting really close to the fencing area by that right field side. And I think he got a little scared of crashing into the wall because he slowed down and the baseball hit off his glove. Probably not going to charge an error there, but it's still one that he should have had. Runner on second, 1 down, the pitch. Breaking ball misses high. Williams spent some time in the affiliated circuit. Armstrong, the right-hander, kicks and deals. Fastball swing and a miss. Williams was drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals in the 14th round of the 2017 MLB draft. Drafted out of high school at Harold H. Richards High School. Signed at the age of 17 years old. Takes a ball outside, 2-2 the count. He went immediately into rookie ball in the Gulf Coast League. Played 2 seasons at that level before being called up to State College. That was in 2019 in the New York Penn League. That's a league that no longer exists. Now the 2-2. And it misses away. It's full. And if I'm not mistaken, some of those teams ended up going to the Atlantic League. But whenever the COVID-19 pandemic rolled around, minor league baseball decided that they were going to wipe away low-A baseball, and that was the New York Penn League. Fastball high on the next pitch, and Williams heads down to first on the walk.
Now batting shortstop, number 1, Nick Gonzalez.
The Tri-City Valley Cats, who are in the Frontier League, of course, were one of those teams in the New York Penn League back in 2019. And after they were told that they were no longer going to be an affiliate team, they decided to come here. Here's Nick Gonzalez. He walked and scored his first time up. First and second, 1 down, top of the third, and the pitch. And it misses low off the arm of Armstrong. That's a lot of opportunities that players are no longer getting with low A baseball being eliminated. The 1-0. Swung on, line down the right field line, foul. But at the same time, you think there are still so many other levels. You still have rookie ball, you still have high A, and you still have, of course, double and triple A. So it's not like there are no chances out there anymore, but maybe it was just getting to a point where there were too many guys in the farm circuit. Next pitch high, 2-1. Gonzalez, on his first attempt in the field, was able to turn a 6-4-3 double play ball. Trying to pick up his first hit. Now the 2-1. First a step off the mound from Armstrong. He looks towards second, no throw. Armstrong pitched in the United Shores Baseball League a season ago with Birmingham Bloomfield. Was one of the top arms in that entire league. His next pitch misses outside to Gonzalez, 3-1. Had a 1.35 ERA in 46 2/3 innings. Saw 16 games, 10 in the starting role. Those are eye-popping numbers. The 3-1. Misses away, ball 4. Second walk of the inning. And now the bases are full of Otters, and the lineup will flip over for the ever-dangerous Patrick Lee. He had a 1.07 whip with Birmingham. Armstrong did last year. That is an outstanding figure. But he's in a little bit of trouble here. 5-0 Evansville. And the first pitch to Lee misses high on a fastball. Evansville already in their third time through the order. And we're just in the top of the third. And we have time called, and looks like the pitching coach for Joliet will come out. That's Jerry Sullivan. So the battery meeting on the mound, and Evansville has a chance to put this game away early. Just one down in the inning. Quick meeting out there. Sullivan heading back to the dugout. What a gorgeous day at the ballpark. The best one that we've seen here in the 2024 season. And Mother Nature has been very kind the last few days throughout this weekend series. Armstrong ready. The pitch. Misses down low and away, 2-0. Our game time temperatures, 79 degrees, sunny skies. There's a few more clouds in the air than there were at the start of this thing, but no complaints. The pitch. And the 2-0 is lined back to the screen, foul. 2-1 now to Lee. Lee, 2 singles, a run scored. On opening day against Windy City, Lee put together a 1-for-2 game with 3 walks and a run scored. Now the pitch to him. He goes after it, hits it high, hits it deep, out towards right center field, and this ball is out of here! Patrick Lee, 3-run jack, and it is 8-0 Evansville. Wasn't sure if that was going to sneak out of the yard, but it just kept carrying and carrying. Sierra and MacArthur, the right and center fielder, moving back towards the wall, and at the last second they ran out of room. That was actually a grand slam. So 4 runs come in to score. My apologies to Patrick Lee, and it is 9-0. First pitch, a strike to Austin Boast, and it's 0-1. And Bose sends the next pitch foul to the left side. But still a huge spot for the center fielder. And he is 3 for 3 today. He was 3 for 4 last night, and again 1 for 2 against Windy City. Now the pitch, and Bose lays off a fastball high. My goodness, what a start to the year for Patrick Lee. And Andy McCauley has got to be in his bag right now. The 1-2, it's lined back to the screen. But if you've had the chance to meet Andy McCauley, he won't let you know that on the outside. He's probably got a straight face down there in the dugout. Now the 1-2, swing and a miss. Bose down on strikes, and he is out number 2. But McCauley, a great guy, and he is the second winningest manager in Frontier League history, right behind Mike Pinto, who is across dugouts. First pitch to David Mendham, misses the zone 1-0. 9-0 Evansville. And Armstrong kicks and fires. Mendham sends it back to the screen, foul. 1-1 the count. Evansville blowing this game open here in the top of the 3rd inning. 4 runs in each of the last 2 frames. The pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss. Mendham had a 2 RBI double his last trip to the plate. Base is empty, 2 outs. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. And it was a good breaking ball there from Armstrong, able to get Mendham. And that'll do it here in the top of the 3rd. However, Evansville gets another 4 on the grand slam from Patrick Lee. He makes it 9-0 Otters, and Joliet comes to bat when we come back here on the Evansville Digital Network.
All right, we have a special tug-of-war competition coming up between the fans of Team JL and Team Spikes. Team JL, we have Bryce, Grace, Alicia, and Leroy. Team Spikes, we have Dayton, Sarah, Dyson, and Derek. On my go, the teams will begin pulling, and the first team to get the red flag past the cone is our winner. And go. And a very quick victory. Congratulations. Sabo Creek Winery, a proud sponsor of the Joliet Slammers, invites you to visit their tasting room for a glass of wine, a wine slushie, or coming to enjoy one of their many events. Enjoy a wine pouch at the game today and bring your ticket stub in from today's game and receive a discounted tasting with the purchase of one at Sabo Creek Winery. Fans, direct your attention to section 114 for another special delivery to our Mom of the Inning, sponsored by Moment in Time. Leading off the Joliet third baseman, number 12, Antonio Valdez.
Bottom of the 3rd inning, 9-0 as the Evansville Otters are on top of the Joliet Slammers. First pitch misses a little bit down low to Antonio Valdez. 8-9-1 in the order for Joliet. Tyler Ross still out on the mound. The next pitch, again, just a smidge low, 2-0 now. It was a grand slam from Patrick Lee in the top of the frame. And it was a 4-run 3rd for Evansville's offense. Next pitch, line down the left field line, clanks off the wall, foul. And that's the first home run of the year for Lee. You can probably expect some more of those to come his way. The pitch. off the inside part of the plate, 3-1 now. But after a disappointing start for Evansville, going 0-3, they have turned it around here today. Next pitch swung on, hammered down the right field line, but Mendham deep in the hole makes the backhanded play, throws to first, and it's not in time. Ross was covering the bag, had to leap for the baseball. That was a terrific stop by Mendham. But his throw was just a little bit high, would have been really close at the bag at first. I think Valdez might have beat it. Nevertheless, that's going to go down as an infield single. And it's a leadoff base runner for the second inning in a row for Joliet. Here's Jesse De La Cruz. De La Cruz, 1 for 5 in the series. He was hitless yesterday. Now the pitch. And it's in the dirt, a nice block by Green, the catcher. De La Cruz, a run, an RBI, a stolen bag, and 2 walks in the series. Nine to nothing Evansville. The next pitch from Ross. Breaking ball, misses off the inside half, 2-0 now. Well, we detailed a little bit about Ross's career earlier in this game. Again, he attended the University of Alabama, played in SEC country. The 2-0, first a checkup at the first base bag. Valdez in with a head first slide. But Ross, one of those guys who's trying to make it back to the affiliated ranks. Spent time in the high A system last year with Colorado. The next pitch, line back to the screen, foul, and it's 2-1. The right-hander deals. And this one is inside, gets a piece of De La Cruz. On the hit by pitch, he'll head down to first. 2 leadoff base runners here in the bottom of the third, and the lineup will flip over for the leadoff man, Liam MacArthur. 9-0 Evansville. MacArthur 0 for 1. He grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. Ross, the right-hander, glove at his belt, serves up the first pitch. At the knees, a called strike, 0-1. Well, in his final year with the Crimson Tide, he was selected to the SEC first-team defensive roster. That's right, he was a pitcher and selected to the defensive roster. And here's a little tapper towards the third base side. Reyes charging, picks it up.